Good evening. Welcome to Intuitive Niche. I am here to do your reading for the collective for the coming week, 7 to 10 days. General time frame. It could go longer, could be shorter, but I wanted to tell you while I was recovering from the full moon reading and cleaning up my messes that I had from dinner, I split the deck. We got the Ace of Cups immediately. I felt really good about that. And the other half of that, the bottom of the deck, which you didn't see coming, was the Ace of Wands. The idea of new things coming into your life, getting past the full moon, is amazing to me. So I wanted to keep those cards up when I came back so I could share them with you as a collective group and as we move forward for the next week's reading. So I will go into this little handbook they give me because the Naked Heart deck is a little different than the traditional tarot deck. So I want to make sure that I bring you the most correctest. I'm not even a word. Come on. The Ace of Wands. Internal desire, conception, creative beginnings. When I connect with my internal desires, the flame that arises within, my instinctual passions, flow through me. When I am courageous and brave and trust my intuition, I am open to transformation. And when I connect to the universe, it leads me to my potential. And now is the time to believe in that flow. I am confident that Spirit is guiding me in all that I do. The seed has been planted. Trust your path as it ignites. And for those of you who are feeling in a little different mode, I ask myself, is fear of the unknown holding me back? Is it? Because Ace of Wands is a card of action. And it brings in the ultimate opportunity to move forward and grow. And the Ace of Cups intuition, emotional beginning, and excitement. When I let myself drop into the flow of my feelings, my intuition awakens within me. When I get curious about what my heart wants, it presents an opportunity to tap into the flow of life in a new and playful way. As I allow flow and flexibility in my discovery, I open my heart to more. Octopus familiar whispers. Flow and flexibility allows space for new emotions. So, the Ace of Cups wants you to feel those emotions. And I'll show you this card again as to why it talks about the octopus. Because there's an octopus holding the cup, okay? So it wasn't like a weird moment. That's how this deck is. And I'm still new to it, so I want to make sure I share as much of it as I can with you. But is it what's holding you back? Is your fear holding you back? Fear of trying to find love again? Or the fear of being excited about a new opportunity? A new business growth? A new job? A new love? What are you afraid of? I guess that's my question. What are you afraid of? That's what you need to ask yourself. Because as we go forward now, you legitimately have to look at this as a new beginning, no matter where you are in your stage of life. And a new beginning is very frightening. It is very frightening for me right now, I can tell you that much. As a person and a human being who has to basically start over again, and it's not my first time. And I'm okay with starting over if it means this time I get it right or mostly right. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it to the universe, I guess. But I'm going to keep taking action every day to do what I need to do to grow. Because I know that I am a strong person and sometimes that intimidates a lot of people outside of me. Or if it doesn't intimidate them, it almost scares people away. My ex told me once that I was a strong, beautiful woman, and that's why he was so attracted to me and fell in love with me to begin with. And that he knew I would be okay because, at that point he was leaving for somebody else. So I was strong and beautiful, and I needed to stay strong because I had 2 kids that, weren't his, but they were his because we spent, 8 years together. And so when he left, he didn't just leave me, he left them. He left his own parents because we lived on their property, and he chose to go live with someone that he basically said he hated. So how much did he hate me and his own family by leaving me? And then I started to realize, wait a minute, this isn't about me or the kids or his own family. This is about what he fucked up. And to this day, I know now that he fucked it up, not me. I didn't do everything right, obviously. I'm certainly not superhuman perfect. And I am strong and I am beautiful and I survived without him. And meanwhile, he fell back on something that he was never happy with for the last 20 years. So he was always meant to settle for less, and I didn't want to settle anymore. So that's kind of why we really ended up going our own way. But that's what you call a tower that comes into your life to remove things from your life that aren't for your highest good, right? So that's my example of what happened in my life for that situation. So the fear of starting over means maybe it'll be in love, maybe it'll be in business, maybe it'll be a new job. I obviously need a new job, but I also need to feel good about what I'm doing for me. Alright, so with that, we start the reading off with the 2 aces. I'm going to switch over to the Astro Matrix deck and see where we go from there. What is coming out for our highest good spirit for the coming 7 to 10 days for the next general reading for every sign in every house. Does not matter where you are, who you are. Most of my readings are for anyone who resonates with them. Again, my name is Intuitive Niche. I am on YouTube. I am on the other channel. I'm having a moment tonight. My words are just not coming to me. TikTok. I'm kind of with the dog tonight, you see. There's my sweet pea. Ready to go to pass out. We've had a day. We took a couple nice long walks today because even though it was snowy and wet, it actually wasn't very cold. So it kind of felt nice to just get that fresh air. Yeah, it did. I was cooking up food and the house was extra hot. I had to crack open the windows. I felt like I was blowing up in here. It was only 72 degrees in the house. But to me, I felt like it was 102 while I was trying to cook, so. Oh, there goes my candle again. My moon candle keeps going out because the wick is bent. Let's see if I can use... Well, here's the bottom of the deck. Here comes the Page of Cups with a message for us. Let's see. As soon as I fix this damn wick so it doesn't go out on me. I don't want it to go out on me. It's just bent over. Okay, I'll have to light it again anyway, but... I want my full moon candle to burn. See my little swords? I love these things. Libra air sign swords. I had to go buy some nice looking little antique swords. I think I showed them to you in the general collective group before, along with my crystals that I keep showing you. Tonight I'm feeling very drawn to my blue kyanite. Yep. And my black kyanite. Wait a minute. I got the blue one over here. Don't worry. The blue kyanite. This is the little piece I try to put in my small pocket in my jeans, but it does tend to break apart. This one is pretty solid though, so we're okay with this one. That's why I got a smaller one. But the black kyanite is also very strong to ward off the negativities. Try to keep power strong, passion flowing, to be courageous. We need to be courageous. All right, now we can relight my moon candle. Oh, I wanted to show you. I don't know if I showed you this. I seen it looks so bright, so nice from afar. I got a new fluorite, but it's a raw fluorite, and I really don't like the ones that leave the brown matrix on it. But this was the nicest one out of the group when I was looking to buy it. And I mean, fluorite is plentiful, but it's not plentiful with all of the colors in it. So there's purple and there's green, and sometimes it almost looks blue, kind of like my shirt. But yeah, this is one of my favorite new stones, fluorite. I have another stone. It's a thumb stone, I call it. It's a heart-shaped crazy lace agate. Agates are good for all kinds of things, for protection and helping you just kind of think things through. And I guess tonight my grounding stone would be my turtle. I'll use this one. My little turtle is a tree moss agate. Definitely a earth stone. So for grounding, he's one of my little favorites. I have a couple of him. Yes, I do. All right, so I'm done with my stones, and we are with the Page of Cups, and in 2 seconds I have to blow my nose. Let me pause you for a second. Okay, just a second. All right, sorry. All right, so we have the Page of Cups here, and the candle is going good now, and the Hierophant is also here. The Hierophant. And I don't think I showed you the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is about love, because see the heart and yeah, okay. So it's about something that you love, not necessarily a person. What I feel like with this reading is that we've spent a lot of time in the last week with all the readings that I've done, talking about our own emotions, how we feel, what we need to do for ourselves, how we need to retreat and retract, and then, get ready for the action that we have to start taking, because we obviously aren't going to get very far if we stay in the space we're in right now. My chamomile tea. So knowing that, I'm going to ask the spirit and such, universe, our spirit guides, whoever we talk to, what should we be focusing on for this week as a general collective? The next 7 to 10 days. Spirit, you got a card for us or two to tell us what we should be focusing on for this coming week? Now that all the planets are going forward, thank you, and we are not in retrograde now for a while. I know there's a whole lot of other movement and trines and this and all of that going on. I don't know all of those things. I know some of them because I watch a lot of it, and I can bring the information to you that way. But I also can recommend some very good readers on here that are very good astrologically to tell you all about your planets and your houses and your moving and what this is and what that is. You can also get those readings done professionally by other people in different shops and stuff. I always talk about the shop in New Paltz. Lisa and Anton, they both do readings at their store, and they also do a lot of other things. You can look them up on the website. I will recommend them highly. We also have different classes and courses and things that you can take. And I know that Lisa told us one time that she does do the birth chart thing, so she can explain what each house means for you when you were born and what you were what you're born to do, what you are good at, those things that we don't always feel that we are good at, that kind of thing. So someday I'm going to go do that. I have to save up a little money for it, but would really love to know what I was born for other than what I do now. All right, so the first card that comes in through now, as we need to focus on, the Page of Wands. You see all that fire. Yes, Aries season brings a lot of fire into our lives. Yes, it does. So we definitely need to be focusing on the actions that we take, the things that we say, maybe concentrating more so on being a little more articulate with our wording and not so judgmental. I know that sometimes when we talk, we just say things. Many examples, I'll use politics. I have friends that disagree with my politics and I disagree with their politics, but we always come back to saying to each other, we agree to disagree and I still love you. Because you know what? Everybody has their opinions and that's okay. We can't all have the same opinion or believe the same things. And I always want people to know that. Now, I might not agree with your thought process or thinking about such and such, but you know what? I'm still your friend and I still love you no matter what. So that's what you need to understand going forward, that how you put yourself out there is important. It tells people who you are. And not that we really care about what people think about us so much, but this is the day and age where you have to really think about what you're saying, because one word used the wrong way can change the whole meaning in a sentence. And so I know you understand that. The people who do come here to listen to me understand that. And that's why I always say to follow your intuition. The High Priestess comes into our lives this week with a fortitude of abundance and strength and highly intuitive. And she wants you to know that you too are very highly intuitive. And I'm going to put her right under the Hierophant card as I have the two pages together, the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. And here we are, Judgment, the Rising Phoenix. Okay, so let me get this out there to you straight, okay? The Judgment card is about how you feel about yourself, okay? It's not necessarily about a judgment coming against you. That's your Justice card, okay? And the Judgment card is meant for you to come back, which is why we have the Phoenix in this deck, okay? It's to come back from the ashes, to save your own life, to stop bringing yourself down and feeling less than you are, okay? You're a beautiful human being, no matter who you are on the other side of this, and how well I know you or don't know you. And you need to understand, if you don't think those things about yourself, how would anybody else think those things about yourself? Right? And during this time, in the next week to 2 weeks, how you speak about yourself, how you talk to other people about yourself, makes a difference in how people see you. I could care less what other people think about me right now, to be honest with you. I'm at the stage where the filter just doesn't stay, okay? I don't care. I don't have a filter. I am currently unemployed. I am currently looking for employment, but I am choosing at this time to stay unemployed because I'm not going to drive 55 miles one way to a job. So that correlates to 2.5 hours on top of my workday, and I'm tired and I don't want to do it anymore. Okay? I shouldn't have to. At this point, I have worked myself to a point where I was ready to be that next leader in that next area, and the corporation chose other people. And boy, did they ruin it. But you know, it's not for me to say, right? I wasn't chosen, and that's fine. I moved on, and now I'm moving on from all of it. I would never take another job with that company again. unless I was coming in as a leader, because the reason I left was because I was hired at another company to be the leader of the business. Okay? So people do see what I'm capable of. No matter how many times this little person over here wants to knock you down, and this little person has all these things to say about you, because they're so unhappy with their own lives that they don't understand that knocking somebody else down it doesn't take the eyes off of you when you are doing that. So sitting in judgment of yourself is important. Is important in the sense that you put your best self out there, whether you believe it or not. Fake it till you make it. I don't care. But do not sit there and let somebody else take you down a notch. Ever. You're too good for that. 2 cups at the bottom of the deck. Got some love opportunities, new business. I'll put that right under the judgment card. Because I want you to understand something. How you feel about you is how that next person coming into your life is going to feel about you. And if you aren't putting your best self out there and feeling your best self when you are alone with yourself, you're not doing something right. All right? You need to remember to get into this motion here. The High Priestess. You are the High Priestess. You are highly intuitive, abundant and rich in all of the natural assets that you need to have in life. And instead of looking for that next leader in the world, you can be that leader. You're the Hierophant. You're the High Priestess. And the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands is coming in here to tell you exactly that. That they're sitting right next to the Hierophant and the High Priest, and the Judgment card sitting on the other side saying, hey, listen, you are the leader of the pack. You are the person with the highest knowledge. You know your shit. You can teach people and train people and show people how to do things. You are fucking amazing, and you need to stop thinking that you're not. The opportunities are fucking endless for you, okay? This is the 4 of Pentacles. This is you holding on to what you got, fearful. But I can tell you that if you don't let it go, you won't get any more. You have to take the chance. That's what the pages are here to tell you. And the Queen of Swords is here to back it up. And she's ready to fight. She's confident. She's ready to go. She knows what she needs and what she wants. She knows how to show you. And she's going right under that High Priestess, because that's her next level. Okay? That's your next level. You have to allow yourself to go there. To be successful with yourself, you have to feel successful. And you have to find whatever it takes. In your face. I know a lot of people don't believe in making boards of dreams, and I don't really think that works either. I think that just makes me feel worse. I used to make boards with pictures of things that I wanted on them. It became boards that I knew I'll never have. And, so you shoot yourself in the foot, right? The 3 of Pentacles here. Dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Oh my goodness. We're putting that under the 2 of Cups and the Judgment card next to your Queen of Swords. Okay. Universe, what do we need to tell the collective going forward for the next week or so? What they should be focusing on besides how they talk to themselves. What they say to other people about themselves, and what they say when they look in the goddamn mirror in the morning, okay? Alright, because here you are, 5 of Wanding it. Now, you're not really fighting here, you see. This is you in 5 different places, and you're fighting yourself. So, you have to find something within you that you believe in. I don't know what that is for you. But whatever it is, you need to find it and focus on it going forward this week, because you're going to miss an opportunity that you don't need to miss because of your self-sabotage. And incoming another Page of Pentacles with offers you don't want to miss. So you now have 3 pages sitting here on top of your 4 of Pentacles next to your 5 of Wands. But the team is here. You have the team. Your ancestors, people on the other side of the equation here, those who love you, people here are still with you. I think we forget sometimes that, even as tarot readers and empaths, we go through so much shit in this skin suit that we completely forget who we are sometimes. Temperance. Temperance is coming in to tell you that you need to slow down. Yeah. You need to be doing things in moderation, which includes you need to be resting and relaxing and giving yourself a recharge in between, because the fiery signs of Aries and all of that are here are trying to help you stay focused and being structured and moving forward and doing what you need to be doing to keep moving forward. And I know this almost sounds like a repeat of the full moon reading, but the first week after the full moon, you're in that shadow, okay? And if you are still sitting there feeling sorry for yourself and talking yourself out of this and I'm not good enough for that. They wouldn't pick me anyways. I don't want to apply for that job because, I haven't done that shit in so long. I haven't applied for 2 jobs right now because I figured they wouldn't hire me because, I haven't done that shit in like 10 years. I've been in a retail setting. I haven't done accounting and bookwork and payroll and all. I've done it before. Yes, I have. And I know basically how it goes. But I haven't touched Excel in a while. I'm terrified of Excel. But I can do it. But I don't want to pretend to be positive about doing something that I could do it. Yeah, I'll lock yourself and then go in there and fail. Okay, so there's my fear, right? But I can do it. So what the fuck am I fighting? You need a job. Hello, it's $20-some an hour. It's already more than you were making. Go apply for the job. It's their choice. They have to teach you and train you. For what you don't know, they have to send you to training. So what? You relearn shit. I took Excel when it was really new. And all them formulas and shit, they don't work the same no more. And I forget how to type the formulas in, I don't know if I... Stop it. Apply for the job. They could just say no. You're not qualified, right? So I'm going to force myself. If it's still there on Monday or Tuesday, I got a new goal. I'm going to apply for at least 10 jobs this week. Last week I only applied for 5. This week my goal is to apply for 10, and I have to lower my settings a little bit to a little less money than I want to be able to start out, because you know what? I am that good. So at the same time, I'm afraid to do something because I haven't done it in a while. I know I can do it, so I should be making that damn money. And it's 3 minutes from my house, really. Literally. Down the driveway, take a left. There it is. And I don't have to drive 55 miles anymore. And I'm going to make more money than I was already making. Why am I not applying for this job? See, understand what I'm telling you. What you tell yourself going forward is how everybody sees you. Because that's what you show them. Even if you don't want to believe it in yourself, or don't see it in yourself, or don't understand it in yourself, you already are the team making the dream work. You're there already. So stop showing people the other side of you. I was writing a paper for a course one day, and I did a pretty decent paper, okay? And we had to present it, so you had to dress and be part of this. And I hate putting shit out in front of people, okay? Here I am on camera, okay? I don't know who's on the other side, though. I had to stand in front of a classroom. Good thing it wasn't a big conference hall, right? But I had to stand in front of a big classroom and present our business papers. So I had my business. This is what I was writing about in my class, and what I wanted to do and how I wanted to proceed forward. But I started out with what I didn't have, okay, in the paper. I still remember because my teacher was my boss at the time, so I was taking a course that she was teaching, and I loved her so much. She's such a good person, such a big heart, and she's almost sitting there giggling because she knows she's heard some of this already when we were in the office different times, and I'm telling different stories about what my plans are, where I'm going, what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it, but I haven't got this yet. But I'm getting there, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, but I'm still working on this. And she said, "You had me sold." This is what she told me at the end of the paper. "You had me sold on your business in the beginning, and then you said, but. I didn't know any of that other stuff until you told me," she said. "You didn't have to tell me any of that stuff. It was unnecessary." So it's like a math equation that you get that's written down in words, and you don't know which numbers. I hate math word problems, okay? Well, this is how I presented my paper. I still got an A- because the paper overall was a decent paper, and I worked really hard on it, and it was mostly positive, but I kept beating my own self up in my paper. Like, this is what I want to do, but I haven't done this yet. This is what I want to do, but I haven't done this yet. Who cares what you haven't done? Put out there what you've done. It's the same thing with your damn resume. You put out there what you've done. You know what I was told? My resume is too long. I said, "Hello, I'm 57 years old. I've been working for 40 years. I want you to know everything that I've done, even if it doesn't correlate to this job, so you can see the skills and the college time. And I worked in the college. I went to college. All these things that I know how to do. How do you put that down in less than 2 pages? Oh, you're just supposed to apply for the job? No. I want you to know everything that I've done and what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and how good I am at it. And then you can tell me how horrible I am when you hire me and fire me." I don't know. You see what I'm saying? You see how you talk to yourself? You gotta stop talking to yourself like that. First of all, I have a really great friend, and she's been with the company for 23 plus years. And I know I have another friend who's been with the company for 32 years. God bless you, because you made it that far. And if you don't turn around and look at yourself and say, "God damn it, I can't understand how far I've made and how far I know. I worked in the entire store. I know everything about this stuff in these stores. There's other things I don't know that I haven't done, but I'm not telling you that. I have experience in the entire store. I've done every aspect of this work in this store. Whether it was food, whether it was clothes, whether it was hard lines or soft lines or whatever. Like, I worked in many different retail environments. I have so much skill and so much going for me, but I'm afraid to put all that on paper and brag about myself." Right? But that's what a resume is, right? Bragging about yourself. And then when you sit down with somebody and you start talking about what you're doing and what you've done and what you've accomplished, and then you get this little Mexican guy looking at you. Listen, and I have to tell you, this interview, I wanted to reach through the computer because we had a Zoom interview, and I wanted to punch him dead in his face along with his HR person. Okay? I'm glad he's retired. He shouldn't have been in the company as long as he was because he's a piece of shit. Okay? But anyways, this is my personal feelings about somebody who sits there and rips you apart because of what a third party said to you. If you were going to do that to me in a job interview, you should have never bothered to call me, because I ripped him apart right back. And I told him about the information he's got and how incorrect it was, and who gave it to him is a piece of shit, and I don't want your fucking job. But guess what? He was forced to retire. Like 6 months later, he don't work there no more. So now, I could have gone there, but nobody helped me to do that. I wasn't meant to keep doing this, okay? But I don't know what it is I'm supposed to be doing right now. And with all the skills and years of working that I have under my belt and the things that I am good at, the things that I can do, I am certainly one of the best persons, you know what I mean, that you'll ever meet. I can read people like it's my second wind. And I used to do makeup and makeovers, and I used to teach people how to dress in clothing and colors and how to dye their hair the right colors, and so that when your natural hair grows in, it's actually more in line with your natural skin tones, all that stuff. I could certainly sit there and spend hours telling you all about that. I miss having my mirrors and lights and putting people there and showing them the difference between the wrong colors and the right colors. I used to help people get ready for weddings. I used to help people pick clothes out and all in their right color line. And I didn't even do it because it was the Amway thing to do. It was because it's something I actually was good at, and I really enjoyed the reaction from people. You know what I mean? But how do you put that on a resume? And how do you toot your own horn? How do you toot your own horn without being obnoxious, without being arrogant, without sounding like a complete idiot? And so we sit in judgment of ourselves every single day. So for the next week, your project, your homework, is to take a step back from your own harsh judgments and write down on a piece of paper. This is just for you, not for me. I don't even need to. I'm certainly share it with me in the comments and all of that, okay? But sit down on a piece of paper in a notebook that you keep wherever you work, close to, and write down, what am I good at? 5 things that you are good at, that you are confident about. Those 5 things need to find a way in different wording into a resume if you're looking for a job, or if you're looking for a business, or if you're looking to get business. Okay? I know I share a lot of myself on here because it's easier for me to explain these cards to you that I don't really need for me, but I need them to help you. The Queen of Swords. Okay. She's regal. She's beautiful. She knows what she wants. She knows who she is. She's confident. And this Page of Pentacles is coming in with the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. Okay. Page of Cups and Page of Wands. This one's bringing in fire. This is bringing in love. And this is trying to teach you how to believe in yourself enough so that you, the Queen of Swords, or whichever queen you are representing, doesn't have to sit steadfast and hold your coin back because you don't believe in what you're doing or who you are. You're fighting with yourself every single day about something. Oh, I forgot to buy hair color today. Come on, who cares? How many people are looking at that when you're at work? Really? I mean, come on, really? Who cares? You showed up to work, that's all they really care about, right? Moderation. Moderation. Stop beating yourself up. You are your own boss. No matter where you go to work, go to school, wherever you live, no matter what you do. How you make yourself feel is how people are going to treat you. If you are negative, they will be negative. If you feed into the gossip, they will certainly feed you the negative gossip. If you shut it down, then they will move on and you will get your job done or do whatever it is you got to do. Am I up for a good gossip every now and then? But it's not really what we should be doing. And that's what brings us down, gossiping about other people. Yeah, there's things I want to know. So I always tell people, sure, call me. But you need to rise above. Use your intuition. You are strongly intuitive at this time going forward in this next week or so. And I know that you don't believe in yourself as much as you should. Okay? Take it from me. I fight myself every single day, and I'm not giving up on me. Because if I give up on me, everybody else is going to give up on me. And I want people to know that I'm strong and I'm beautiful, just like my ex said. And I don't need him or them. I believe that now. 20 years ago, I didn't. That then there opens you up to the next possibility that's coming in your life. And it is going to show up in the next week or so. You're going to hear of an opportunity. You are going to hear of an option or a choice or a new relationship possibility. And that could just be a simple friendship. Okay? You are going to hear through the grapevine of your next soul tribe, your team that you can play well with. You're going to hear those things in the next 7 to 10 days. And if you don't give yourself downtime, recover, and recoup your losses, and start talking positive to yourself, start believing in yourself, then this Ace of Cups is going to become this Ace of Cups. You have the power to keep it in the upright motion as well as the wands. Okay? What I want you to know is, for this week coming up in the shadow of the full moon, you are wiser and more brilliant than you know. Be still, take a breath, and listen. Your intuitive whispers are guiding you. Follow your intuition. Believe in yourself. Start building your relationship with yourself. Let's pull a couple of cards out of my Intuitive Whispers deck here as guidance for the week. And I beg your pardon for sharing so much of myself with you, but I hope that it has helped you to understand what you see me going through. I mean, right now, rebuilding, renewing, recharging, regenerating, starting over, and letting go of the shit that's not for my highest good. That's a necessary thing to do. And now's the time. Full moon in Libra. And although this is not the full moon reading, I'm pretty sure you can see the difference between this weekly collective meeting, I called it a meeting again, reading, and the collective reading for the full moon. For the full moon, we need to let go of things that aren't for our highest good as a collective unit. So, how we all used to do things every day, not just individually, but as a community, as a group, as a timeline. So many things are changing so quickly that you just don't know how to catch your own breath. But the best way to do that is with this reading, telling you, ground from the root. Okay, 43:23 on the clock. Ground from the root and absolutely become your own fucking priority. If you make yourself your own priority, then everybody else will too. Because they will see what nobody else sees. They will see who you really are and that you are really ready to go. I was so proud when I got called outside of my current position at the time to move up the ranks, and I never applied for the job. I was so proud of myself that somebody else reached out to ask me if I would be willing to run a store all by myself. General manager. Nobody had ever... I just... Again, how I talk to myself. I just didn't ever think it would happen. And I didn't ask for it. I didn't apply for it. I didn't even think of it until I got called for an interview. And then I got hired. And of course, due to unforeseen things going on in my health, I couldn't finish the training. So other than holding them up. They needed somebody to get in there and start over on that business down there, and I just couldn't do it. And I just really don't want to drive 110 miles a day and work 10 to 12 hours while I'm there and then come back home and do it all over again the next day for 6 days in a row. I don't want to do that. I would be right back in the hospital where I was the week before that. And that was just training. So you got to understand, I've set myself, I moved a year ago, and I moved up here to be closer to my family that lives in New York. My son, my grandchildren, and his family, and all the love and fun that we can have up here. It's a much nicer place to live. It costs less money to live here, and there's so much more to do. And anything I want to do from where I am here is probably 20 to 30 minutes away, literally. And every time I go down to where I used to live now, it's depressing, it's sad, it's boring, there's nothing there for me. Like, I have a few friends that still live there. Obviously, I have a reason to go back, but ultimately, it's not my home anymore, and I don't want to be there. That's why I'm here to begin with. So I finally realized that traveling back down there is just going to make me miserable every fucking day. And so why am I going to keep doing that and end up sick again? I've been sick for the last year on and off with these infections, and I still have issues going on here. So, and it's not a tooth, it's a different thing, it becoming a tooth problem, so that'll probably ease things up when I can finally get the tooth pulled. But I've decided that I am becoming my own priority. Okay, I have decided to ground myself where I live instead of where I used to live. Okay, so there's the example, so you can understand the thought process. What kind of outcome can we expect in the next 7 to 10 days for the general collective here? I think that's a very powerful message, no matter what. Become your own priority. Don't you think? Look at, she's her own priority. She's over there snoring now. I don't know if you can hear her, but confirmation. She confirmed it. Being your own priority is a priority that you need to take on in your life, okay? Alright? Alright. And allow yourself to feel into the motion. The one thing we never do for ourselves is allow ourselves to feel. When you're in the situation and you're doing something and you're taking care of business or customer or whatever, and you're not allowed to be angry, no matter how mad somebody is at you, coming at you like you the terror person, right? And they calling you names and being all pissed off at you and whatever. I'm tired of that shit, man. I am a good person, and the problem that person is having is not my fault. And so if you want me to help you through this situation, I need you to back up and calm down so we can clearly communicate the information you need me to know, so I can then proceed to help you solve the problem. But if you are going to rip into me like this is all my fault, you need to go. And that's how my life is right now for everybody that's part of it. You are more powerful than you know. I love this card. Because you are more powerful than you know. What you allow other people to do to you is what you are already doing to yourself. And they are just following suit with what you do. So when you change your behavior and how you treat yourself, and stop accepting that it's okay for somebody to treat you bad, you will be stronger and better and be able to move forward. Now, here I am hanging out in the woods, lost and lonely. No. I have some dreams and goals, and I would prefer not to get a job. I would prefer to have a benefactor, donor, a part-time person in business with me so I could do this and earn my money and my keep and take care of my life and my business, doing things that help other people like you on the other side of this camera. I almost said meeting. Okay. So before we end this meeting, I did say meeting. I set myself up. Before we end this reading for the next week or so, please, 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 homework. Work on you. Sit down with 5 things that you are confident about with yourself. Now, I was taking a class that I couldn't do. I'm still working on the class even though it's over. Okay, I'm trying to do it for me. But they wanted us to come up with 100 things that we were good at. And then we had to come up with 100 things that other people thought we were good at. So now, you're not only paying attention to what you think of yourself, but now, are you also paying attention to what other people think of you or say about you? Right? So, I understood the project and what we needed to do with it. I just couldn't come up with 100 things. And I couldn't think of what anybody else would say good about me. And I didn't sound very confident about things with me. So those are the things I'm trying to work on right now. I'm trying to work on my confidence. And here you go. Clear the limiting beliefs. Remove the lack mentality from your life and let the ego go. Yes, the ego. The ego is what tells you what you can't do. Who do you think you are? What, you think you can accomplish that when 10 other people haven't been able to do it? Asshole. And a week later, you accomplished it. Because you took the time to maybe read the instructions. You took the time to look at the situation. You tried 1 or 2 other things that didn't work, and then you figured it out. Other people just tried to do it without doing it, right? You must find what works for you in solving problems with yourself. And there brings that card. Explore fullness. Absolutely look at more than one way to do something. Step outside the box. Absolutely. Allow yourself to see something from a different perspective. Because that's what the teamwork is all about, right? The teamwork makes the dream work, right? Come on. Somebody else's perspective that you didn't think about might help you see it from a different point of view and make it work, right? That's how you figured it out, because you tried something different. And with this reading, let it be your sign, okay? Let this be your sign that you need to focus on yourself, making yourself a priority, and try more than one thing to put yourself on a more balanced regimen and believe in yourself. Make a list of 5 things that you're confident about with yourself. And you certainly can feel free to share them with me in the I can talk, I can. Feel free to share them with me in the comment section, okay? Because I'd love to hear what you're thinking about and how you're feeling and how you're progressing. Because, every day is a new day and it is a target that you need to reach. And like I was doing the other reading and I said, I really don't feel like going to do the dishes right now. I could do them in the morning. Forget it. So I took the dog outside. I cleaned up something else and I did this. And the next thing you know, I'm doing the dishes. Because I know when I get up in the morning, I am not going to want to see a sink full of dishes. I hate that. That's just me. Okay? If I make a mess, I try to clean it up the same time I'm making it. I used to be somebody else can do that. I'm the only one that can do it now. Sorry. So I hope this reading did help you guys. I'm sorry it went a little long, but I really think it's necessary that this particular reading for the next 7 to 10 days for the General Collective hits home a little bit for everybody. I'm going to pull some numbers for you in this reading, and then we're going to do the singing bowl to clear the energy and send you on your way until next week. Please like, share, subscribe, share it with friends, insecure friends, people like me who don't always believe in themselves. I mean, it's hard. It is really hard. And I think that if you start building yourself back up and showing that confidence, you'll be able to write your resume because you'll believe in what you're doing. You'll be able to feel like you can apply for that job. Even if you haven't done that kind of work in a while, you still know how to do it. So why would you not say you can't do it? Why would you tell yourself that? That's just dumb, right? I know I'm dumb. See, I'm dumb. That's another thing you got to stop doing, right? That's why I use me as an example all the time, because I just want you to see what I do, because everybody does it. We talk to ourselves like we're terrible people, but we're not. You have to start picking out the things that you are proud of, the things you have accomplished. You are of a certain age. You have been on this planet a while. You are a mother or a grandmother or a friend or a sister or a brother or a mother. You're somebody to some, and you need to be proud of those things that you've accomplished. I'm damn proud of the mother I have been most of my life, and I'd like to think my children are proud of me too. And you know, I'm not happy to be in the place I'm at right now where I feel like I'm not sure what I should be doing. But I know I got to do something. Okay, but I'm working on that. And I wouldn't have done that 20 years ago. I would have said, fuck it, I'll collect unemployment. Who cares? I don't think I can get it now anyways. They've changed the rules so much, but you know, it is what it is, right? Okay, well, try not to beat yourself up and start looking for those things that you believe in yourself for. And start putting that shit out there. Put your tits in front of people and show them what you're made of. Stop letting them think you're something else and stop allowing them to treat you like shit. Because you deserve better. 222 is on the bottom of this deck. And look what it says. I am balanced. Trust that the seeds of your thoughts, confirmation, are growing as you are nourishing them with words, feelings, and actions of positivity. 222. 444. I am supported. You absolutely are supported by your friends, your relatives, whoever is close to you, whoever's here on this planet, and who isn't on this planet anymore. The universe supports you every single day of your life. They're just trying to show you the right way to be. Abundance is everybody's birthright. And abundance is not just money. It's about love. It's about family. It's about those things that you enjoy doing and having a balance in your life of work and play and spending time with your family. That's my goal in life. Yeah, okay, if I have to work at a job, I'll work. I don't mind working. I'm not afraid of working. I'm just tired of killing myself for something that nobody even acknowledges or gives a shit what I do. Like they don't understand how much I did or how much I didn't do. Because all they cared about was whatever they wanted done, and that's what got done first. And then it didn't matter, because they could take the credit for it and move on their way. That's what corporate's all about, right? So 44 is your second number. Your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path. Confirmation, your angels. With diligence and determination, even greater success will come in the future. I am supported. 44, 222, and guess what? 22 is here too. Lots of twos in your life this week. You are in possession of incredible creative powers, and it is assured that you can achieve anything you wish. I am aligned. Oh my God, you got way too many cards here, but lots of numbers for you this week. So I guess any one of these could mean something to somebody different. Number 24 fell out. You have a heart of gold and are very skilled at maintaining balanced stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones and are able to be the nurturer, protector, provider all at once. I am generous. Number 29, I am insightful. Maybe I should write these numbers down and play them on the lottery. Jeez, got so many this week. I might do that. Maybe you should do that, because if I do it, they won't come out. See that negativity? If I do it, when it won't come out. But 44, 22, 24, now we have 29. You are highly intuitive and creative. Your mind thinks in pictures, and you seem to draw information and ideas from out of the sky. A powerful drive to know the oneness of all things. I am insightful. And yes, you are. You are very insightful. Just think of all the things you've been through and how far you've come. Don't let anybody ever tell you differently. 333. I am powerful. You are being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths, and be a positive light to others. So this is for all you healers out there, joining in with me, trying to take care and help other people. Please like, share, and subscribe these videos, because you will get the next video when I do it. And the next video is going to be for Pisces for the week. And I am powerful. I am powerful. I'm going to help as many people as I can help do in my readings. And number 1 is your last number for the week. You are a self-starter with very innovative ways of creating opportunity. Your determination and endurance are powerful and will help you get through rough times and reach success. I am innovative. I absolutely am. My last job, 2 jobs, it's their loss, not mine. I will take it with me everywhere I go, and so will you. And into a love life or a partnership or a new love coming in, don't sink your own ship before it gets there. You are amazing people. You are supported. You are innovative. 1, 333. I am generous. Number 24. Number 29. I am insightful. Number 22. I am aligned. Number 44. I am supported. And 222. I am balanced. That's what it's all about here. Being balanced and believing in yourself and going forward for this week, okay? That's how you bring positivity back into your life and allow yourself the rest and recuperation you need in this shadow time from the full moon, okay? We are going to play and see if I can get my singing ball to sing for you, and then we are going to move on out. Take a deep breath in and out through your mouth, and we will start ringing. Five things. Don't forget, that's your homework. Like, share, subscribe, and leave me messages in the comments. Have a great week.